How many times have you said fine, that I'm doing fine just this week, or maybe even today? Do we really mean it? Do you really feel it? Hi, I'm Dr. Asha, and I want to talk to you today about what the cost of being okay, but not really being okay, saying that you're okay, but not feeling fine, really costs you. I started this channel, Real Talk, because I wanted to have some deeper conversations with my listeners and with my viewers about how we go through life, the things that we learn along the way, the wisdom that we get. I wanted to share some stories with you. So let's get into this. This has been a big thing that I have just in the last 2 years, actually, really become more aware of how many times that when someone was asking me how I was doing, I would just say, oh, I'm fine. I'm doing good. Thank you. And that was it. And just an immediate short response. And there have been a few people along the way that have called me out on it, which I really do appreciate. But it wasn't until these last couple of years, actually, when things have been far from fine, personally, that I realized how much I was not allowing my walls to come down and for people to really see how I was really doing. And I know that we all do this. And then, of course, now here's the thing. Of course, you've got also the fact of the matter is that some people will ask you how you're doing, not really wanting to know. Okay. I have that happen a lot. And of course, you know what, whenever you're in a service-based business, whether it's with patients, clients, customers, or whatever, it's not, I mean, they're there for whatever service that you have and whatever you have to offer. That's absolutely true. They don't have to care in that way. But when your friends and family and people that you trust and people that you're close with, when they ask you and you know that they're just asking you for the sake of asking you and not really wanting to know the truth or not really waiting for your answer, the times when people say, you're doing fine, right? You're doing good, right? It's kind of like they don't, I mean, how can you come back to that? How can you say anything different at that point? It's kind of like whenever we write, in text or in emails or whatever to each other, hope all is going well. I mean, yes, we really hope that. But what if somebody writes you a thesis back saying that things are not well? I mean, granted, if it is a close family member or friend, you're going to pick up the phone and you're going to call them and go, hey, do you need somebody to talk to? I'm here for you. It's amazing, though, how much we go through life saying that we're fine when we're not. And what that does for us. There's a lot of reasons. I mean, I'm not coming from a pedestal on this at all. I'm speaking from my own experience of doing this. I used to think that saying fine was like this noble thing. And that was just like the proper answer. That was the right answer. That's what people wanted to hear. So that's what I was going to give them. But why do we do this? Have you ever stopped to think about why are you saying this? I know for myself, first and foremost, it was about appearing weak. And I've realized now there's nothing about weakness. It's about actually being strong to admit that you're not doing okay. When we pretend to be okay, and we're not, it's not about being weakness. We're human beings. We have things that go on. Another reason why is that I didn't want to make people feel uncomfortable. And I've seen this. I mean, in these last 2 years, there have been a lot of turbulence. I'm a practitioner as well as a coach. I work with a variety of different people, individually and also in groups. And one of the things that I've found, especially as a practitioner, is that a lot of times when patients are coming in, they're like, I'm exhausted, I'm tired. And I'll try to kind of poke a little bit and try to ask them how are things going in life. Is there any stress? Have you had a stressful period? And a lot of times they'll be like, no, I'm fine. There's no stress. I don't feel anything. And subconsciously, there are things that are just sitting there that are exhausting them because it's getting stored in the body and it's wreaking havoc on their nervous system. And so they're constantly dealing with it, whether it's subconscious or not. And these are things that we have to realize are the consequences of us saying that we're okay when we're not okay. The other thing that it is costing you is true connection. There are ways that you can deal with this. I mean, find your people. That is first and foremost. I'm going through another revamping right now in my life because I'm starting to see who's truly there and who's just not. And that's okay. That's fine. But I'm just really kind of honing down with who are my people I really can share the intimate, raw good, bad, and ugly to versus who do I need to be a little bit guarded with and a little bit distant with. And that is okay. People will probably get offended by it. People will be upset about it, but it's okay. That is your right to do it. You have to be discerning when it comes to your emotions and who you share things with, of course. You have to feel safe and you have to feel heard. There has to be a mutual respect. All of those things are very important. Check in with yourself regularly. I journal all the time. I've been a journaler practically all my life. That is my telltale sign because sometimes I just do free thought writing and the truth will come out. You've got to have these check-ins with yourself to make sure to see how you're doing, and realize what you actually need that supports you. Do you need somebody to just listen to you, that you trust and that cares about you, that wants you to be well, that cares about your well-being? Or do you need to write? Do you need to journal? Throw that energy into creativity. Do artwork, whatever it may be, play music, whatever it may be, but figure that out so that way you know exactly when you are not okay and that you're in touch with your feelings. Using real words too. Using descriptive words to describe to people how you feel is very important too. Sometimes it can be off-putting for people. I have to tell you, some people are really uncomfortable with it, but you'll be able to feel that. You'll be able to get a sense of that. Once you start doing it, you'll start to realize who you can do that with and who, you're better not doing that with. So the next time that someone asks you how you're doing, I answer honestly. First of all, if you're not doing fine, maybe you say something like, I've been better, but I'm hanging in there. Or, hey, today's not such a great day, but that's okay. I'm positive tomorrow will be. Whatever you can do, try not to just be resolute and say, I'm fine. Try to be honest. Try to really check in with yourself. So I'm curious to see how this works for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode, please definitely reach out to us, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, share it with, friends, family, colleagues, anybody that needs this reminder. Thank you so much, and I look forward to connecting with you next time.